Yeah, I was there myself at one point. I really focused on looking at other Faithists, and right now I'm just looking at anybody and everybody.
Who
Find
did
those
you
who are
meet?
constant, those who can kind of fit those puzzle pieces. I believe there's Faithists out there that haven't come across the Oahspe yet.
Oh, sure. Yeah,
Oh, of
definitely,
course.
definitely.
I mean, that's I think that's kind of obvious. Like the whole world,
Right.
every single person in the world.
I would
Yeah,
like to think so.
that's a good point. That's a really great point. Every
We're all
single
brothers
person.
and sisters in spirit, ultimately.
I can't believe you actually said that, though. I'm sorry. Because it's the whole world, right? I mean, we're just in embryonic state, waiting to be born, and
That's a good point. That's a really
We're
good
all
point.
butterflies in a cocoon.
That's another good point.
But,
Yeah. Anyway, who did you meet at Molina? Can you throw some names out? Oh, you did
Carl,
already. You did already. You
Carl
did.
David Long is his son.
David Long.
I
Yeah.
haven't met Joan, but I've talked to her plenty.
Hmm.
Do you know Seventh Era Faithists?
Yes. No, no.
Sorry.
They're
Well,
the ones.
I get
They're
along
the
with a lot
ones.
of people.
Oh my.
They've calmed down a good bit, and they're true or not true Faithists, and
Oh
being very
man.
judgmental.
Have you seen their
But
video?
I know them. I've met with them. I know them pretty well.
I've prayed with them online, and
Yeah.
look, like you were saying, there's good in everybody, and but what gets me going, and I'm sorry for getting me going, is when people misrepresent Oahspe, and they are misrepresenting Oahspe big time. I mean, they got a few good pointers, I'm sure, but they have gone against the teachings. And who am I to judge, right? Well, if you want to get into specifics, I'll get into specifics, but I'm really not happy with them at all.
I know. I think they've told me about you, and I'm sorry for the conflict. I definitely am neutral in the whole thing. But they didn't. They
No
just said that.
priests.
Yeah. Well, I think that they really have maybe calmed down. Like they were high and mighty and have seen like their error in their ways. Maybe they owe you an apology. I don't know. I mean, I'm not going to speak for them. But
They owe me an apology. I don't know what they did to make them want to apologize to me, unless they've been.
Oh, okay. Well, I thought that they might have been a part of you having to be kicked out of somewhere. So
No.
Oh, okay.
We're only combative is because what they put up their YouTube videos up there, which misrepresent Oahspe. They're making it into a cult where it's all these strange symbols and things, and service is like the last thing they have in mind. Is everyone becomes a holy priest that studies these symbols, and maybe they'll have some mystic visions. And remember me, I'm always above you, but it's really.
Yeah, I think they're more trying to think it's a little premature to try to have a community. So they're trying to help in a way that
I'm not even going there yet. I'm saying, beside the community, I'm not happy because they're showing Oahspe to be this mystic mumbo jumbo, and it's not about service. I mean, Oahspe, my blood should boil to be helping the poor. And there's no more priests. There's no more priests. Speak directly to God. Don't dress like you're a priest. Don't tell me you're a priest. And
right.
It's, to me, it's a betrayal of the basic principles of Oahspe. That's what I was saying earlier. That, yeah, you can get along with people, but if the core, I mean, I'd rather work with someone who is, from any other religion, as long as they're being true to it. But if I consider the Faithist path and you're misrepresenting it big time to the world and doing it publicly, to me, that's really crossing the line for me. And I do condemn them I think it's like a sin. If there ever is such a thing as sin, I condemn them for what they've been doing. Watch their videos.
It's kind of like return good for evil, right? And that teaching in the Oahspe.
It certainly is true to return good for evil, but don't promote evil. What
Well,
if someone
again,
promotes evil like they're promoting? What are you going to do? Are you going to stay quiet about it? Or are you going to
no, you
try to
can just
challenge them?
you put out the good. You put out the good in whichever way you can. And let them do whatever they're going to want. Leave it between them and the Creator. You're
I
going to
have
try to
done.
control their behaviors when you're in the wrong with them. They're in the wrong
Oh,
when you're in the
I
wrong.
haven't done. I haven't gone over. I haven't gone over and shot up their home. I haven't beat them
I
up.
know.
I haven't done anything like that. All I've done is I've made a few posts on their Facebook, on their YouTube channel. So you know what? You guys are really misleading people. What are you doing? And
Sure.
that's all I've done. I haven't sworn at them. You know, I haven't called them, you know, bad names.
Well,
All I've done is confronted them and said, you know what, guys, this is really disgraceful what you're doing. Because you're
well,
leading.
Like
I can follow a little bit of what they're talking about. I can follow a little bit of what Vernon's talking about with some of the symbology, but it's not that big of a deal to me.
It is a
Like
big deal. Oh, it's a huge deal. It's a huge deal. It's huge.
Well, I'm getting the understanding of the Oahspe and know them and haven't been confused. So,
but what if they convince you've never seen people who got confused? Good for you. But I've met people who've gone crazy, who've ruined their lives because they followed these teachings. I've seen people who used their position as priests to rape children. I've seen them destroy marriages.
In the Faithist group?
Pardon?
well,
You've seen that in the Faithist group?
Yeah.
But really?
Yeah.
they're false faithists. Then they're not true faithists.
Which one? Just call them out right now. Who are they?
Well, Mary Lou Brown's group, for one thing.
Yeah, that's a bad group.
Yeah.
I don't know.
There's other groups in the past. I don't have their names on the tip of my tongue, but I've been talking, as I've been writing my book, I've been doing research. Some of them have starved children to death because they want them to be vegetarian, for example.
Mm-hmm.
And all of them have been dressed up in white robes and acting mighty.
Well,
and
I don't view that as like a group thing. I view that as like individual thing, like a individual.
No. It happened in a group. They were the leaders of the group. Okay, when it happened, when the children got raped, when the children got starved to death, when people were verbally abused for weeks and weeks, when their savings were all stolen, that happened as they were members of the group. Okay, so. And I don't know what the point is anyway. My only point is this, that when you have people walk around saying, I am an anointed of God, what I say has the word of authority in it. That's when you're totally going into the direction of religion, and and it is important because Oahspe is saying that's wrong. We don't want to do that anymore. And yet here we are doing it again. They've made Oahspe into a religion and a cult, which is the exact opposite of why Oahspe was created in the first place. And that is why I'm upset about it.
Well, if I may,
they're totally going against the very foundation of what Oahspe is all about. And I don't care how many cups of tea they drink with you and try to chit chat with you. That doesn't change what they're doing. Is fundamentally destroying the very reason Oahspe was written. And if they kept it to themselves, fine, but they don't. They're communicating it to the world. That's why I'm not happy, and that's why I'm angry. Sorry.
So, Guy, Robert was a part of the Mary. Were you part of Mary Lou group?
Yeah.
You're frustrated, and you have every reason to be frustrated.
And people got really hurt, far more than I ever got hurt. And that's not the only group that this kind of thing happened before. And when I see this, the crazy things that the seventh, what are they called? The Seventh Adventists, Ruth and what's his name? Ruth and help me out. Ruth and
Vernon,
yes, who I prayed with, and who was a reasonable guy when I'm praying with him. He's not like he's not like a demon or anything, but that. I'm upset because they're taking these ideas and misrepresenting Oahspe, and they're representing themselves as some kind of official spokesman for Oahspe. The exact opposite of what you're advocating. Okay, you're advocating let people see the light the way they want, and you're right. And I'm agreeing with you. But they're saying, no, I'm going to be the special little priest and priestess, and we're going to tell you how you really should be approaching Oahspe.
I hear you. If I may, I think you're starting to kick a dead horse. Maybe people change. I'm not going to take credit.
They haven't changed. The videos are still out there. They're still making them. They haven't changed.
And again, they're all right.
Look. I'm not look, guy. I'm not expecting you to take this and change the world with it. But I want you to know a point of view that I'm giving you right now, because what they're doing is they're just like Salah Salah. They're misrepresenting Oahspe. And that's my only point I want to make. And there's people that are going to walk up to them and they're going to say, "Oh, that's what Oahspe about," and it isn't at all. They should know better.
If you know the Oahspe, then they would be.
Look, let me finish. I have no plans to crush their revolution, to destroy their cult religion. I have no plans of doing that, and I'm not going to. But I sure don't want you walk around saying to yourself, "You know what? Whatever anyone thinks is fine." I don't agree with you at all. It isn't okay for people to misrepresent what Oahspe is about. That's what I'm trying to say. You can say, no, it is okay. Maybe and we can have a discussion about that. But what my big point is, there are people out there who are misrepresenting it badly. The people from Australia, they came all the way. They spent a lot of money to go to Molina, didn't they? And what happened to them? They got kicked in the face. Nothing was what they were told was true.
And then he had a Christian wife, and he's divorced now. And I asked both of his children if they believed in the Creator, and they said no. So
yeah, it all went bad.
He had his own issues. He had his own personal issues.
Yeah, but the problem is Molina is a messed up place where there's people, these priests, they draw in all these dark spirits. Remember you were talking about those. Guy, just let me finish. Guy, do you remember when you said you came back from that conference or something for Faithists? You said you were attacked. That's because when you're dealing with Oahspe and you have all these strange cultist things going on, spirits just latch onto you, and they hurt people. They hurt people.
I know, and I became stronger because of it. I'm spiritually stronger.
Yeah, you did. And, bravo. I'm standing on a soapbox and I'm clapping for you. But not everybody can do it. You're lucky. You're strong. You're special.
What am I supposed to do?
But not everybody is like you guys. Some people are crushed by that experience. And things go, they get divorced. I know people are divorced, committed suicide, and people have been raped. It goes on and on. So that's why these fake cult preachers are so dangerous, because they draw in dark spirits and they mess with them, because they use these rites, and the rites just, when you do the rites with these bad people, the bad spirits come and they latch onto you and they try to destroy you. So that's why I feel so strongly. It's not because I'm trying to win an intellectual debate with Guy. It's because I know about the people who have been hurt through this. And I want you to realize that you should not look at what these people are doing and say, well, whatever. You should say to yourself, look at all the people they're hurting through what they're doing. And I'm not saying I even know how to stop them from doing what they're doing, but I'm just saying, don't walk around and say what they're doing doesn't matter. It matters, because there's been so many people who have been hurt so far. And you never thought about this before. So I mean, forgive me for saying things so strongly, but it's only because I've seen the people who have been hurt. Oh, I'm sorry, over.
So can you say anything good about them?
No. Well, yeah, I can. They can drink tea and talk to you, and they can do plenty of chit chat with you. But the bottom line is, pardon?
That was a poor answer.
Yeah, but they're poor people. Anybody who would put themselves in, anybody would hold themselves up as a religious icon before you, there's something really wrong with that person. To say, well, I'm a reverend, I'm a priest of Oahspe, and I'm special. And I have special things to teach you.
Never heard them say that. Never seen that from them. Their videos never say that. I've watched their videos, and I get,
all
if
the
they
time.
send it to you.
How many links can I find right now? It'll take me 3 seconds to find 300.
So they say that he's, trying to do the will of the Creator.
You can say anything you want, but the point is, what is the will of the Creator? The will of the Creator is that I teach you. The will of the Creator is that I teach you how to study these strange symbols and meditate on them. That's what he says the will of the Creator is.
As far as you know, they may be right in their prophecy.
No. Then Oahspe means nothing. I don't know why you believe in Oahspe then.
They're not contradicting the Oahspe, and I haven't seen them contradict.
They are contradicting Oahspe, big time.
I mean, I can just go back and forth with you, but I haven't seen that. Maybe people have changed, and you saw something I haven't in the past. But for right now, I don't see it.
Guy, if you just declaring yourself as a priest is enough to say you've contradicted Oahspe.
I agree, but I don't judge anybody who does. I'm not going to say that they're a bad person or they need to be controlled on what they say, because that's on me, not them, for me trying to control another human being. That's a selfish act to do that. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. It does not matter the intent. How great your intent is. If you try to control another human being, you're wrong.
No. You're mixing things up here, guy. I am not trying to control the priests.
Sure, sounds like you're being very judgmental, and they're bad. They should not be these way. They should be another way. Not this way, but another way.
God. I have done nothing to stop them from doing what they're doing, okay? I'm not trying to control them.
You're talking to somebody who knows them.
Well, let me finish, sir. Let me finish, guy. Let me finish. Guy.
I hear you. Go ahead.
Can I finish?
Please.
I'm starting. God, I have done nothing to stop them from doing what they're doing, other than post a few posts on their YouTube channel comments where it said, you know what, this is not the best way. So I'm not interfering with their free will. I'm not stopping them. You keep bringing this up. All I'm doing is sounding an alarm that these people are hurting others, okay? Just like you felt hurt when you felt those spirits attaching to you, that's what's happening to other people who are not as strong as you are and aren't able to meditate and get it out of their system. You were able to. That's great. But what about the people who can't? They're the ones who placed in danger.
They will eventually.
Yeah, so let them. But it's like someone's got smacked by a car on the side of the road, and you're saying, "Well, I'm just going to walk by because it's going to make them stronger." You know, they can die on the road. Make them stronger. No, you try to stop the person from hitting them in the first place.
If I can.
You can call to the person, "Hey, look out! There's a car coming." Stop them from getting. If you can,
I'm not seeing that. I appreciate your intent. I really do. Great intentions, but we all know, right? Greatest intentions in the world still be a path straight to hell. No, I'm not trying. I'm just saying, when it comes to judging other people, man, it's we find the good. We right now, the whole time we could be talking about the good, right? The good in this world, the good in other people, the good in Christianity, if you want to, but just to harp on these people is not cutting it.
No. I don't. Look, guy. This issue was brought up, so I started talking about it. Okay.
No, I don't need you to try to. 47 years old, man. I've been at it 11 years. I've come across plenty of people. I appreciate it, really, I do. But
now you're projecting.
I have my own discernment. Okay.
Guy, you project. Look, I'm not against anything you've said. I'm for everything you said. All you have to do, all I want you to do is acknowledge that I'd like you to consider the fact that people can get hurt by these cult priests. And that's all I'm saying. I'm not saying you have to change anything.
Of course. And children. And yes, of course. I'm not denying that one teeny tiny little bit. And I hate to say it, but yes, they could infiltrate any human organization. They can go in there and pretend that they are people and say the words. Right? Yeah, I know.
I don't walk around every day. I try to do good and help people. Okay, and as you do too. Good. So it isn't like I walk around with all these negative thoughts about it. But you seem to be defending them. That's why I'm, and I can't understand why you're defending them.
If I've been tricked to that extent over like so long, like a decade of knowing them, I mean,
I mean,
they're good. They're really good. But I mean, it's kind of like this. Maybe if I was looking at it and nitpicking, I would find what you're finding. But I'm not. I am trying to find the good, so I let things slide.
but what about when you were attacked by those spirits?
That was
think
from
that's
false
good?
faithist. That was from a
Pardon?
false faithist witch. I call her the insect witch. She's
Well,
crazy.
do you think she's the only one?
Of course not. What am I going to do? Go out with my wooden stake?
No, no, no. That's not what I mean. But if that's what people like Ruth are.
Mm-mm. Completely
Yes.
disagree. And I will defend Ruth because I don't see that. I'm completely different. No, she's in the light and the witch is in the dark. Ruth is in the light, if you ask me.
No.
And if she was in the dark while she was a faithist, I'm sorry. You know, that shit's really bright sometimes. And people are blinded by the light. Okay?
You've had good experiences with her. And that's good.
Yeah.
But other people have not had good experiences with her.
Well, you know, I have to see for myself. I don't necessarily just go by what other people tell me.
Well, look, I don't know. You asked me my opinion, and I gave it to you, and you gave me yours. Okay, so I mean, I'm not trying to. That's all it was. You gave me your opinion. I gave you mine, and your opinion is no matter what, leave them alone. My opinion is speak out against it,
And you have yours.
and I will continue to do so if I get a chance.
That's cool, man. I respect that. You ain't no enemy of mine.
I'm
brother.
not going to walk around crushing God. I'm not going to go out there and start bad mouthing you or anybody. Okay. I'm not on a crusade. But at the same time, if you tell me that you have not seen the people that I've seen hurt, okay, so it doesn't matter to you. But if you had met these people who were hurt, you would say, you know what, maybe that person isn't such a great person after all. You're ignoring their pain, and I'm not going to ignore it. I'm not going to, and I'd like to do something to stop other people from getting hurt by these whacked out witches that you say. And anybody, I don't want them to hurt any more people, and I really don't like them misrepresenting Oahspe to be some kind of, you know, right mixed up thing with strange symbols and priests in white robes, and we're all. And everyone walk around, aren't we cool hippies from the 60s?
It says
that's
in the
not what Oahspe is about
right?
at all.
It does.
So you didn't like what I had to say about them, and I can appreciate that because they're your friends, or you just want to stay positive no matter what.
I consider them elder faithists, to tell you the truth.
Well, I consider them heretics and semi-demonic.
I hear you, and you're just Bob in Japan to me. So, you know, let's all understand where we're seeing things.
Anyway, I responded because I've seen the people hurt, and that's why I have strong feelings about this.
I understand. I respect that.
And I'm sorry we had to go into that way. Yeah, I know you're a person of high resolve. You're a person of high moral standards, and people should be like you, Guy. Okay. If I had to say something to the world, I would say they should. Anybody that read Oahspe, be more like Guy, and you would say be more like yourself. But you are a good example of what a faithist should be.
Well, thanks, Bob. I appreciate that.
I consider you. You're a better person than me, probably. Okay.
Well, I wanted to let you know, man, personally, from me to you, caring about you, you shouldn't give up your peace, you know, and the good side of you to be angry at anybody, you know, like even if you're right, you know, like just, you know, you could be right and not angry. You could be and seek the same path you're seeking and be at peace, you know. Well,
Guy, what happened was I would start talking and you would get angry at me. You had anger in your voice too because you disagreed. Right. So then I upped it up. So I upped it again. So every time you went up, I went higher. Okay, because I'm willing to go to any heights of anger about this because the reason is it's because I've seen people get hurt, And I've been in the circle that people hurt. And that's why, and I love Oahspe so much, to see people desecrate it with such crazy, totally opposite directions of what Oahspe is supposed to be about. It just is so sickening.
It's baffling to me. It's baffling to me to hear about it, to tell you the truth.
Mm-hmm. Well, for example, Salah Salom.
Yeah, good guy as far as I know.
What's that?
Good guy as far as I know. I mean,
I'm not going there. I'm not going to go there then.
I don't know him as well as I know the Seventh. I've never met him. I just know him from YouTube.
See, well, I can't go there. It'd just be the same story again, okay? Because I would talk to all the people that were misled.
Yeah.
And
I think he's calmed down too.
How he cheats people. And you'd say, what? I thought he was a nice guy. And then I'd say, well, you don't know enough about him then. And then you'd say, well, people will get stronger.
He's kept his distance from me, so maybe that's why.
If he mistreats people, well, they'll just have to learn from it. And I'll say,
that's not right. No.
Okay. But
yeah, well, I know.
Anyway, even though I'm sorry we had this disagreement, I don't know if it's a disagreement, but.
Well, I would think, like, if you knew me 20 years ago, you wouldn't trust me now.
How old are you?
I'm 47.
I'm 61.
So I hear you. So, like, I would hope people would change, even though they might have a shady past, but.
Yeah, I'm with you on that. I mean, all I ask them to do is reject. Just tell me you're not a priest anymore. Tell me you're not a priest of Oahspe. If they'll do that, fine. You're not. Just tell me you're not Reverend Ruth anymore.
No. I talked to the Seventh Era Faithists about Mary.
Lou Brown.
Yeah, her saying she was a priest from the UFK or whatever, that UKF, something like that.
Yeah.
And I was talking to them about it. Like, it says in the Oahspe that only the Creator blesses you to be a priest or not.
There are no more priests. There are no more priests.
Right, I know, because it says, how are you to, you really couldn't.
We are all, right. Everyone's a priest. Everyone's a priest. Right. No one's a priest.
So pretty much what you have for me, if anybody does go and say, no, I believe the Creator blessed me to be a priest,